Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a great evening, great afternoon, morning, wherever you're at here in this world. Um, I'm Jesse. I'm here to talk about Rolling Gunner. It's a horizontal bullet hell shoot 'em up, and yeah, let's get started after we get through this demo reel. Um, in terms of, let's see, game mode, original, blah blah blah. Yeah, we're gonna keep everything default. Config files, not much in terms of graphics settings. You got full screen, whatnot. Frame skip, turn that off. I've got this, just having an issue with the game running one frame over 60, but for some reason, the game's supposed to be played at 60 frames a second. But I locked that with Reba Tuner. So yeah, if you're having that issue, just do what I did. Yeah, so this is a pretty much a doujin or indie shoot 'em up from Japan, as you can see here. I'm playing this game on normal original because I am by no means an expert at this genre. And the bad thing is, I've been playing this genre for over 20 years. See, we got 3 ships here. You know, your typical, hey, shoot straightforward spread shot, and I don't know, this is like, I guess this probably goes all over the place. Let's stick with the basic ship here. You know, typical, hey, this is how you play screen. Normally these games aren't too difficult to pick up. This one has, you know, normal fire, then a button for an alternate fire for a stable shot. It locks your secondary shot. Actually increases its firepower too. But yeah, it slows the ship down, but gives it a more gives your secondary shot keeps it stationary while also increasing its firepower. While the more mobile shot widens the normal shot and speeds your ship up. There's also like a bomb, which is pressed with default X on the the Xbox One pad that I'm using. Not using a stick for this. Because it's just I don't know how loud it would be with this video, and I kind of didn't want that sound detracting from this. So yeah, there's a secondary shot here that can also be, or not a secondary shot, but there's a charge-up shot and it can also be boosted again with I guess your secondary hyper shot. So yeah, let's get started. You know, I mainly play these games because it's a cathartic experience for me. You know, a real zen-like experience for me. I love the enemy. I love ship designs. I love enemy designs, boss designs. I love bullet patterns, and I love all the colors that come with it. I'm a big fan of I guess art design or art direction in games. Especially shoot 'em ups, they just, I don't know, it's just so cool to me. Especially also the backgrounds, and just something about dodging all these different colored bullets and blowing up popcorn enemies that really make me feel. I know it's gonna sound weird, but at peace. Yeah. The bullets on here are pretty easy to differentiate. It's pretty easy to differentiate enemy bullets from your bullets. As you can see, the pink and the blue bullets from the enemies are outlined with either pink or blue, and it definitely helps with being able to dodge these. And for those who don't know, you know, lesser experienced people that are familiar with the shoot 'em up genre, you know, you can get away with a good majority of your ship being hit by these bullets. What you want to worry about is that green dot in the center of your ship. Go ahead and activate this hyper shot. Oh man. Yeah, so as long as you keep that from being hit, you'll be good. And there'll be situations where you'll be like, wow, how in the world did I make it through? And it's because you have such a small hitbox in this game. Ooh, man. And with bullet hells, you really need that, because I don't think this game would be very fun if your entire ship would be vulnerable to enemy attacks. And that's another thing about this game. You can tell there was a lot of love that went into this game for these developers. You know they didn't have a lot of money to make this game, but they added this little flourish at the end, you know, little cinematic cutscene, which is awesome. You know, not very many indie shooting. You know, not very many big. Oh man. Look like you get bonus sized medals for your hyper attack, which hopefully I can activate it again. Kind of, you know, I kind of have a habit of saving bombs and hyper attacks for the end bosses when that's not what you're supposed to do in these games. You know, because it detracts from your highest score. You just need to know when to use it. Like right now, I'm powered up, and I guess now would be kind of a good time to use it. Oh, must have got hit by some kind of single round, you know, out of the sea of bullets that are coming at me now. I get hit by popcorn enemy, I guess. Yeah, you know, and I don't mean to be quiet through most of this video, but it's kind of hard to talk and play at the same time. Yep. I'm sure on hard mode, you know, a lot of people are looking at this, man, this is easy, man. What are you struggling with? I'm struggling because that's why. But yeah, I'm sure I think there's 2 difficulties above this, and there's actually difficulty below this for those who are a little more casual, that, you know, they just want to go through the game and complete it. I should probably be on that difficulty level, but I like to think that I'm better than I'm hard at judging my limitations. So I end up getting hit by the most random things. And what I hate is that sometimes I'll make it through a swarm of bullets and I get complacent and I just get hit by a stray bullet from out of nowhere. And you know, hey, that's the way things are. In these games, you gotta always stay on your toes. If you don't, you get obliterated. And you know, a lot of people, and for me, you know, this is the purest form of video games. Shoot 'em ups to me, you know, they're the purest form of a video game. You know, you don't have to worry about DLC with these things, other than, you know, maybe an expansion here or there for them. And the people who usually make these, you know, they put a lot of heart into and love into them. You know, beautiful games. And these developers make these beautiful games. I knew it couldn't last for too long. Here we go. On my last life. Yeah, and another thing I like this game, even for it being a indie game, they did a great job of really putting a lot of animation into the enemies. You know, a lot of games with lower budgets, they cut enemy animations out. Jesus, come on. I guess I wasted my bomb at the very end. That's great. That's how, you know, that's how these games go. One last hit and it doesn't matter. I guess, look at that, man. I love the cutscenes in this game. I think stage 3 is about as far as I've been. Really haven't had much time to play this game. I got it about 3 weeks ago, and I've just been so busy with other things. Work and whatnot. I've stayed away from games for a couple of months for the most part. just because of work and having to kind of focus on that instead of enjoying, you know, my hobby. Look at all those metals. I wonder if there's a way to drag those metals back to you if I'm doing something wrong here. Yeah, I got this. This came straight from Japan. It took a couple of weeks to get here. I could probably, I'll probably link in the video below as to where I got my copy from. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it quits right here. But yeah, I'll link to the put a couple links below the video. I'll also see if there's a place to where you can get it locally now, because I got this when it first came out, and I think I paid probably $25–30 for it. You know, a lot of people that's kind of a big deterrent for them. For me, I you know, I love supporting this genre because the people who make it, they, you know, you don't make these games to make hand over fist money. You make these games because you love the genre, and yeah. And if you enjoyed this game and what you've seen of it, by all means, you know, try to throw over a couple of bucks to the developer. They did a good job. And another thing, this game, I think this game comes with a additional little shoot 'em up. I don't remember the name of it, but it does come with an extra shoot 'em up that the developers worked on. And it's more sprite based, and it's a simple game. But I think I played probably 5 minutes of it. And it was pretty fun. Nothing too in depth. You know, but it's a cool little add-on that you get with the disc. You know, yeah. So if you enjoyed what you saw, definitely give these developers, you know, some love. I think this is one of the better shoot 'em ups that's come out this year, and I'll definitely put in more time. This, and there's another one out too that you should probably look at. I'll probably do a video on Zero Ranger, and that's another fine-tuned shoot 'em up. Probably, I think in my opinion, I hold Zero Ranger above this one, but those two are the best in my opinion for this year. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.